Hunting gear and preferences are always changing, and some cartridges that used to be super popular are starting to disappear. Ever notice how certain rounds that were once easy to find are getting harder to come by? Or wonder why some favorites just aren't talked about as much anymore? It's not just about trends, there are real reasons behind it. Like less ammo being made and newer, better options taking over. In hunting, only the calibers that keep up with the times stick around. So, which ones are falling behind, and why? Let's take a look at 7 hunting calibers that probably won't be around much longer and what's causing them to fade away. .280 Remington. One of the calibers feeling the squeeze is the .280 Remington. Introduced in the late 50s, it quickly earned a reputation as a versatile and reliable round, capable of taking down everything from deer to moose provided you choose the right bullet. What makes it stand out is the sweet spot it hits between power and recoil. It offers enough punch to get the job done without kicking so hard that it throws off your aim. That flat shooting trait is a big draw for hunters who want accuracy at longer distances without battling heavy recoil. Despite all these strengths, the .280 Remington has never quite reached the same widespread popularity as some of its rivals, like the .270 Winchester or the .30-06. Over time, as newer cartridges with flashier names and wider ammo availability emerged, the .280 has quietly started to fade from the limelight. Ammo production has also slowed down, making it tougher to find in stores. So, while it still has a loyal following among dedicated hunters and reloaders, the question remains, will the .280 Remington stick around for the long haul, or is it slowly becoming a relic of the past? Only time will tell. .264 Winchester Magnum. The .264 Winchester Magnum made a big splash when it debuted in the late 50s, bringing with it a promise of speed and long-range power that appealed to hunters chasing medium to large game at extended distances. Its flat trajectory and high velocity made it a tempting choice for those looking to stretch their shots farther while maintaining accuracy. However, despite its impressive ballistics, the cartridge never quite managed to shake off the shadow of flashier magnums like the 7mm Remington Magnum and .300 Winchester Magnum, which quickly stole the spotlight. Another challenge for the .264 Winchester Magnum was its reputation for causing accelerated barrel wear, thanks to the high pressures and hot-burning powders it uses. This drawback made it less appealing to many hunters, especially when easier-to-maintain options were available. Today, it still maintains a small but dedicated following of hunters and reloaders who appreciate its unique combination of power and manageable recoil. But with limited factory ammo and components, the .264 Winchester Magnum is quietly slipping away, making room for newer cartridges that are easier to find and shoot. .220 Swift. The .220 Swift was once the undisputed speed king of rifle cartridges, famously breaking the 4,000 feet per second barrier back in the 1930s, milestone that made it stand out as a lightning-fast choice for varmint and small game hunters. Its incredible velocity and flat trajectory meant it could deliver precise, long-range shots that were perfect for taking down pesky varmints with minimal fuss. For decades, it was a go-to for shooters chasing speed and accuracy in a small caliber package. However, as time went on, newer cartridges like the .22-250 Remington emerged, offering similar or better performance with greater versatility and easier reloading options. This shift slowly pushed the .220 Swift out of the limelight. Today, it's not as commonly seen at ranges or in hunting fields. Instead, it lives on mainly among enthusiasts who appreciate its unique history or those holding onto vintage rifles chambered for it. The .220 Swift story is a classic example of how innovation and changing preferences can edge out even the fastest cartridges, no matter how groundbreaking they once were. .32 Winchester Special. The .32 Winchester Special carries a certain old-school charm that appeals to hunters and collectors alike. Developed over a century ago, this cartridge was designed primarily for use in classic lever-action rifles, offering a slightly larger bullet than the ever-popular .30-30 Winchester. It delivers reliable performance on deer and has been a trusted choice for many years. Despite its strengths, the .32 Winchester Special never quite reached the same level of popularity as the .30-30, which overshadowed it in both sales and usage. Today, the .32 Winchester Special still has a dedicated group of fans, particularly among handloaders, who enjoy customizing their rounds and hunters who appreciate the vintage feel of their rifles. However, the cartridge is slowly slipping out of the mainstream as factory ammunition becomes harder to find and more shooters opt for modern cartridges with better availability and ballistics. While it's likely to stick around for some time thanks to its loyal base, the .32 Winchester Special faces an uncertain future in a hunting world that's always moving toward newer, more efficient options. .25-20 Winchester. The .25-20 Winchester is a true throwback, with its origins dating all the way back to the late 1800s. Designed primarily for use in lever-action rifles like the Winchester Model 1892, it was once a popular choice for hunting small game and varmints. Its rimmed, bottleneck design and modest power made it ideal for quick, light shooting, perfect for rabbits, squirrels, and other smaller critters. However, as hunting needs evolved and more powerful cartridges entered the scene, the .25-20's relatively low energy and limited range started to show its limitations. It never really caught on for larger game and gradually became overshadowed by rounds that could do more at longer distances and with greater stopping power. Today, the .25-20 Winchester survives mostly among collectors, nostalgic shooters, and those who appreciate historical firearms. It's also popular for plinking and target shooting, where its low recoil and mild ballistics make it fun and manageable. But with so many better performing options out there, the .25-20 Winchester is quietly slipping away from everyday hunting and into the realm of history. .222 Remington Magnum. The .222 Remington Magnum started off strong as an enhanced version of the original .222 Remington, offering better velocity and a flatter trajectory that caught the attention of many shooters. It even made a brief run as a potential military cartridge contender before the .223 Remington came along and quickly took over that role. Despite being overshadowed, the .222 Remington Magnum carved out a niche among varmint hunters and precision target shooters who valued its accuracy and solid performance at moderate ranges. Over time, however, as the .223 Remington became the dominant choice due to its widespread availability and versatility, the .222 Magnum gradually faded from mainstream use. Today, it mainly survives among dedicated handloaders and specialty shooters who appreciate its unique ballistics and the ability to fine-tune loads. It also serves as the parent case for cartridges like the .204 Ruger, giving it a quiet but important legacy. While it's far from the spotlight these days, the .222 Remington Magnum remains a respected cartridge among enthusiasts, even as it slips further into the background of modern .375 Winchester. The .375 Winchester was introduced in the early 1970s as a modern take on lever-action hunting cartridges, designed to offer more power than the ever-popular .30-30 Winchester. It was built with hunters in mind who needed a reliable round for short-range hunting, especially in dense woods where quick, effective shots at medium-sized game like deer and black bear are common. With its rimmed, bottlenecked case and ability to fire heavier bullets in the 200 to 250 grain range, the .375 Winchester delivers solid stopping power without excessive recoil, making it a practical choice for many shooters. So, there you have it, 7 hunting calibers that, despite their past popularity and unique strengths, are slowly fading from the spotlight. Whether it's because newer cartridges offer better performance, ammo is getting harder to find, or hunting laws and trends are shifting, these rounds are quietly edging toward obsolescence. Some still have loyal fans in specific uses, but the truth is, the hunting world is always evolving, and only the most adaptable calibers will stand the test of time. For hunters and collectors alike, it's worth knowing which cartridges are on the way out before they become nothing more than memories or collector's items.